Big Mabel is an interesting character, one that we don't get to focus too much on despite her role in exposing Newt to sex. She's mainly prominent in the first sequence in the film, and isn't present until towards the end of the film. We learn there that she works at the local brothel, and we notice even more the youth in her face. This is a detail the novel is more explicit about, where we learn she is 19 and Newt is 12. It seems that the film is clear in that she rapes Newt in the slaughterhouse. Newt is extremely reluctant to talk about it with his friend, who states, "Big Mabel got you." It's clear Big Mabel is associated positively with sex, and is seen as a figure who takes you or seduces you than someone you actively pursue. While his friend is interested and excited at the idea of Newt having sex with her, Newt is way more reluctant and withdrawn, choosing to lie instead. Later in the film, when we find out Arcella is pregnant, Newt explains that he would, quote, never do that to Arcella. The immediate context is the idea of having sex outside of marriage as a form of disrespect to Arcella. But there is also the meaning of sex being something that is inherently offensive, something that you do to someone. Big Mabel is largely absent in the film, yet her absence indicates a common role women play in many stories about growing up. She only exists to expose to the male characters the world of sex. She is juxtaposed by Newt's mother and Arcella, Arcella being the equal counterpart. It seems that Arcella represented romance and innocence, while Big Mabel represented what is forbidden and yet a necessary threshold to pass. The fact that their encounter occurs during a tornado, while Newt isn't in his right mind due to his injuries, also point to sex being an act that happens to someone, rather than a choice. Big Mabel represents that as well. It's clear she is a prostitute, probably having been raped in her youth as well. Other directors would have portrayed her as a woman to be desired, like how Newt's friend talks about her, knowing it wouldn't be appropriate, but also feeling that having sex with her would be a positive, desirable experience, even if it's one that's forced by her. The learning tree seems to toe this line, instead choosing to have her be a conduit representing the inevitability of sex. Thank you for watching, and join us in the future for more small dives like this. Let us know how you responded to the character of Big Mabel in the comments below.
Hi, Mabel.
Hi, Newt.